You already know what it is. It's E&K back at it for Peep This Out reviews. This time over at Domino's, because after checking out the Tuscany medium marinara pasta at Pizza Hut recently, I definitely wanted to see what the competition had to offer. And let's just say it's a little carby if you decide to go that route. So stay tuned because the Italian sausage marinara bread bowl is up next. Welcome to Peep This Out reviews with E&K.
Stay frosty.
So here we go with the Italian sausage marinara bread bowl, and I got to admit I am already digging the thickness of that bowl itself there, guys. Take a look at that. It is pretty tall, actually pretty wide as well, almost looking like a super pizza. On the very top here and filled in the middle, looks like we've got some penne pasta topped off with a hearty marinara sauce and chunks of sausage. Lovely situation, not the little bits. These actually look legit. We've got some shredded provolone cheese, and I gotta say, guys, that is it. That's all you really need with this one. But the presentation is killer. That looks really, really amazing. Just going around this, it looks like the crust itself on the bread bowl itself is dusted, and I am really digging that. Maybe some garlic goodness, olive oil maybe, but man, that is looking really, really good. Extremely hot right now, especially in the car. Let's get into this and see if this one's gonna deliver. The flavor, I'm sure, is gonna match the looks on this one. It's the Italian sausage marinara bread bowl here at Domino's. Let's peep out this flavor. You know, I didn't know what to expect when I popped the box in this one, but you guys got that experience along with me for the first time, and I gotta admit, this pretty much looks like the picture that I was looking at online, guys. I mean, look at that actually up close one more time there. Let me try and focus that in for you. That is a lot of pizza-looking goodness, but in the middle there, filled with pasta, that sauce, the Italian sausage. It's looking pretty fantastic. All right, so before I dive into this one, to give you the goodness that I'm thinking this one's gonna deliver right now, and like always, if you guys are fans of high quality, delicious looking food reviews, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so you can be notified as soon as brand new content drops every week. Guys, a bread bowl filled with pasta, cheese, and sausage chunks, and a hearty marinara sauce. How bad could this really be? Let me grab a little bit of everything here. Oh, that sausage chunk is a lovely situation. And the cheese, not too bad as well. Let me grab a little bit of that too. I'm gonna bring this up and try and do this as delicately as I can for you. Take a look at that, nice penne goodness. As I was going into this one here, they definitely feel nice and firm. Let's give this a shot and see how it is over here at Domino's. That's banging. Oh man. The provolone cheese that this has got, a little bit of pungentness that I'm getting from that. It's definitely feeling like it's not mozzarella. That's a nice combination. Light sweetness of the sauce itself. And take a look at that marinara real quick there, guys. Let me get a little close for you. It's nice and rich. It's got a lot of rich tomatoey flavor. And I'm not really a fan of tomato, but when it's made like this, I can get into the sauce. But the chunks on this, yeah, that sausage is banging. Let me bring this up closer again for you. Look at that. Nicely seasoned, the Italian seasoning is there. It definitely feels very high quality, and I am just digging the overall experience of what I'm having here so far. Yeah. That is awesome. And the bowl itself, like I said, when I first saw this, I was like, could I get this in a dish? You can, obviously. Or the bread bowl, and I figured the bread bowl would be a nice changeover from the last thing I checked out from Pizza Hut. And I gotta admit, I like the experience of having it this way. I'm gonna get into that crust in just a second of the bowl itself, but let me just tell you, and I think you know it already, this is very rich, it's very hearty, and the penne is a good choice with this actually. I gotta admit, this is really, really nice. Pseudo al dente, they're a little on the softer side compared to what I was used to from Pizza Hut, but this is nice, guys, and the presentation is beautiful. I mean, just look at that focus in there. It looks awesome in the box, and I'm really digging just the way everything is presenting to me right now. Solid. All right, so for the bowl itself, it looks like it is dusted with something. I'm assuming it's Parmesan here. Let me taste it real quick. Yeah, that's Parmesan. But the pizza crust that I'm getting from this, the toastiness of it, the overall experience of having something like this in this fashion is really making me want to do this again and again and maybe try some of the other ones on here. And as you can see, they've got 3 other options aside from a build your own. There's a chicken Alfredo, a pasta primavera, and a chicken carbonara. But as you can see, I definitely had to go in the Italian sausage because the version I tried from Pizza Hut was the beef version. So naturally, I wanted to keep it carnivorous in this way. So this is pretty close to what I had there. But I have to admit, the choice of noodles, the sauce, it's very similar, but I am enjoying this one a lot more, believe it or not. And that's without even biting into this bowl just yet. So speaking of that, let's just have a little fun with this right now. Let me put this fork down real fast. I'm just gonna bite into this really quick and take a look at that. Let me just lift this up for you right now. Guys, look at that. That is just really cool. Very toasty on the bottom there, as you can see. Let me hold that up just a little bit. But look at that. That is just really cool. Let's go for a bite of the bread bowl and see if I can get a little bit of sausage in here as well too. Let's go for that at the end here. Oh, it is carby, but the Parmesan and the garlic that I'm tasting in that. Oh, let me go for one more bite. Hang on. Oh yeah, I'm eating it like this. That's crazy gluttonous doing it this way, but let me swing this around in my hand here and bring this up for you. Guys, look at the pizza crust goodness on this right there. It's nice and doughy on the inside and crispy on the outside. And a little bit of the cheese actually is spilling over in the very back on this one over here, which is actually a lovely situation. I'm gonna have to go for a bite over there. But man, that is just really, really tasty. This bread bowl, it's not ultra deep, but it's wide, and that's what I really, really like about this. And hopefully you guys are salivating like I am right now as I'm diving into this. So let me go for one more bite of this one in the very back with the cheese right there, but the quality is high on it. It's super cool eating it this way, even though it's very carb heavy. And then we'll just finish this one out after the rating, guys. But this is pretty banging, it really is. One more bite, let's do it. That was a bite. A little bit of sausage, provolone cheese, yes. All right, one more close-up just to round this one out. A very fun experience checking this out for the first time on camera, guys. And initially, like I said, I was concerned about how many carbs were gonna be in this and having pasta on top of bread. But I love the combination of the two because that sauce is so rich, the provolone cheese is there, and it very much reminds me of a really good pizza. I gotta admit, the tastiness of the bowl itself, with that Parmesan outer coating, the garlic goodness in there, this is definitely something to try. At least once, I would recommend it for you. And the price, not too bad considering what it is. All right, so let me just say, as hot as that was right now temperature-wise, it is equally as hot, if not hotter, on the outside of my car. It's closer to 90+ degrees right now, so this was definitely a glutton for punishment to do right now for the review, but so much fun to do at the same time because that was just deliciously tasty. The bowl itself was a real set-off on that one. I probably should have started off with a bite of that first, and then dovetailed into the insides. But regardless, what is actually in that was super, super delicious. And as you saw, super chunky on that sausage as well. I'm such a fan of those rip-pulled pieces of sausage instead of the little bits. And when you combine that with the semi-al dente, a little mushy for me in terms of the penne, that was actually still very tasty, on top of the marinara sauce being very flavorful on its own. So with all that said, I'm gonna have to give the Italian sausage marinara bread bowl variant here at Domino's a pretty rock solid 9.5 out of 10. The only thing holding that one back from the perfect score was the noodles themselves, that penne being a little on the mushy side. But other than that, super flavorful, a decent amount of that shredded provolone cheese on top, and like I said, the presentation was banging. How could you not think that, right? All right, now the obvious question, since this one is a regular menu item, have you ever personally had this one over here at Domino's? Drop those comments down below, and if you have, what about the other versions? Have you had any of those? What did you think overall? Drop those comments down below, and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another episode of Peep This Out, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Yes, sir. Do yourself a favor, lose the fork, and definitely pick this one up. It's so much more fun to eat that way. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. But hey, real quick before you go, and just in case you haven't already, take a look at the last review that I put out right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.